Quarter Century Stampede has actually been a complete disaster. From the quarter century sets being heralded as the savior to Yu-Gi-Oh! We're printing some of the most sought after cards in the game all the way till now. Konami taking advantage of the name, which has overinflated prices and has left local stores in a really bad situation. Not everything is bad though, but in today's video, we are going to be talking about the good, the bad, and of course the ugly with Quarter Century Stampede. Let's go ahead and jump on in. What's going on with y'all, big dog? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that your day phenomenal. But if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. So there are quite a few huge things that I want to talk about with Quarter Century Stampede. The first is that the biggest reason why you guys haven't heard about this from other content creators is simply because they don't want to get banned. There is actually a rule in the competitive section that says that anybody that shows unreleased pictures of cards will be banned from competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! This is crazy. This has led to a lot of speculation on what exactly will Konami ban you for, because I'm telling you, they'll ban you for anything if they genuinely feel like it. So you could say that I'm really tiptoeing the line, but to be honest with you, this is all speculation. I do not know what's inside of Quarter Century Stampede. And if you actually take a quick Google search and type in Quarter Century Stampede leaks, I'm not sure if those are the cards from Quarter Century Stampede. I also don't know about a video floating around of people opening packs of Quarter Century Stampede is real. A lot of people in my Discord have been sharing this information. It's speculatory. So if Konami decides to ban me over something that's speculatory, then I mean, so be it. Basically, I'm saying for you guys, I'm willing to risk it, and I'm also willing to talk about certain cards that I think are going to be in Quarter Century Stampede. Let's talk about them. Now, this alleged leak is concerning. The main thing is that it does have amazing cards in it. A card that everybody has been hoping for to be inside of the set is allegedly in it. And then there's other good cards like Metal Ronus, a super rare just a couple of months ago that is highly in demand, as well as a card named 7th Ascension, a card being used to be able to search 7th Tachyon from your deck to your hand, Sky Crisis, which is the antithesis of Zeus and also only has one printing, as well as Hida and Usa, the Charmer monsters that can be accessed as Quarter Century rare. I'm actually mad excited about all of those cards that I just mentioned, and I'm also excited about the Mermel and Memento alleged reprints, reprinting cards like Mermel Abyss Spike and Abyss Gaios, two of the most expensive cards for Mermel, but also turning around and reprinting Memento Angel Witch and Bone Party, two more really expensive cards for Memento. This Quarter Century set allegedly does have some really good bangers, and for the people that want to see a full spoiler of what we think is in the Quarter Century set, be sure to join my Discord. So why exactly is Quarter Century Stampede a complete disaster? Well, this one can be explained in a few ways. I made a video 2 months ago talking about how Konami has been scamming Yu-Gi-Oh! Players with their sets. And while you can go ahead and check out that video for the full-length detail, basically the biggest thing that Konami has been doing is teasing the player base with something that could be really good, when in actuality it's not a great product, but it is good enough to pass the bar. Let me give you an example. Quarter Century Stampede does have some really cool reprints, but then there's some reprints that really make you scratch your head. Cards like Draco Face Off easily come to mind, but if you dig a little bit deeper, there's other cards like Dragon Maid Tiding, Terraforming, Sheen's Dojo, Gear Gagan X, I mean a host of cards. You see, the initial design for Quarter Century sets were to reprint tons of highly sought after and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And while I'm not saying that there won't be players that would want those particular cards, those slots actually could have been saved to reprint cards that players actually needed to be able to play the game. Cards like the Bestial Monsters, the Kashtira cards, I'm so sorry for telling you guys to sell those. Moderately expensive cards that are hyper competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh! We don't have access to. And the way that Konami announces these reprints are even more strange. Every day in their Twitter, they announce 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that are getting reprinted inside of Quarter Century Stampede. The only problem with that is that this is roughly a 180 card set. Given the incredible slow timing and the purchasing window, this gives consumers and local shops very little choice. On the logistics side of things, shops have to pre-buy things before anything is confirmed. So a lot of times shops will go specifically off of the name. One of the better sets of all time is easily the 25th anniversary Rarity collection set, and Quarter Century Stampede is supposed to be an iteration of it. Armed with that knowledge, OTS stores will purchase it, finding out that it doesn't necessarily fit to that same billing. And the same thing goes for the Yu-Gi-Oh consumer, you yourself. You hear Quarter Century set again, and you think that it will at least be as good as the last. But with every Quarter Century set that has happened, the set has not gotten better. In fact, it's probably gotten worse. And that's why this alleged leak is a really huge problem for them. Now that consumers know the content of this Quarter Century set, it would be far smarter to just buy the singles instead. Dragon Master Magia is in here, but it will come Super, Ultra, Prismatic Secret, Ultimate Rare, and pretty much every other rarity under the sun. Also, simultaneously, Konami has went on a rampage, printing other cards that were once collector's rare pretty much in the exact same rarity. Cards like the aforementioned Transaction Rollback, Vanquish Soul Mad Love, Meteornage Drytron will all come in almost the exact same rarity that they were hyping inside of their deck build sets. And I think personally, this is a huge disaster, is because as a consumer, how can I trust you again? If you go back and look at all of the Rarity collection sets, they have literally went out of their way to reprint every single card that was once a collector's rare as a prismatic collector's rare. How could I, knowing that in good faith, go purchase booster boxes of a deck build set hoping for collector's rares, knowing that they'll be reprinted inside of a Rarity collection set? I don't know, that could be just my gripe because collector's rare is my second favorite rarity, but it does suck. In my head, the Quarter Century sets could have been way better. They could have actually bridged the gap with budget players, with well-timed announcements letting us know that those expensive cards that just came out will be on their way to be reprinted, pretty much giving a time clock to those budget Yu-Gi-Oh players, while also simultaneously driving down the price and letting the competitive players know that these cards are going to be good but accessible to everyone very soon. And when done properly, we could have had a Rarity collection set probably even twice a year, and it could have sold out. And it's mainly because players don't buy the Rarity collection sets simply just for downgrades, we buy them for upgrades too. There was actually so many times where I was excited for the Rarity collection set because I could get a prismatic collector's rare of a card that I normally couldn't, or even a Quarter Century rare of particular cards. But Konami has put Quarter Century Stampede in a really tough spot, and with the alleged leaks of Quarter Century Stampede, it's even in a worse spot than before. Players now know that the jig is up, and while we will get good reprints, we'll also get reprints to cards like Slushy and Esper Girl, cards that did not deserve reprints over some of the others. Also, if these alleged leaks keep up, they won't even have information on the cards that may come out before they're ever even announced to the OCG. You see, allegedly, there's been a huge leak on Yu-Gi-Oh cards from Master Duel that we didn't even know existed. Support to strategies like Vanquish Soul, New of Well, and a host of other cards have been allegedly leaked. And I'm not saying that there's some people in my Discord that will lead you to the correct sources to find out these alleged links, but I have a lot of people in my Discord. They can pretty much do whatever they want. Now, granted, if these alleged leaks just so happen to be real, not everything is over for Quarter Century Stampede. We still don't know every single card in the set, so me personally, I'm pulling for some of those hard to get, highly sought after cards that are really expensive to finally be reprinted. Of course, I want to know what cards you are hoping for in Quarter Century Stampede down below in the comment section, and I also want you to check out some other amazing videos so I can catch you on the next one.